What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you with another video. Let's get right back into it, all right? This is what we're here to discuss today. Keep your head held high and let them talk all they want because your success will speak for itself, all right? I like having that open, all right? Keep your head held high and let them talk all they want because your success will speak for itself, okay? When you are working on yourself and you're not there yet, people are going to have a lot to say. And you know that eventually you're going to get to where you want to get. If other people are unhappy with where you're at right now, that's okay. If somebody has something to say about your progress right now, that's okay. What you need to do primarily is just keep your business to yourself when you're working on you and you're improving. Keep your business to yourself. You don't really need to tell people what you're doing. You just focus on showing people because your actions and your results will speak for itself. You don't really have to waste time trying to explain yourself to people. Come to them with a result. Don't waste time explaining things to people. All right? If people know your situation, if you know your situation, you know where you're trying to get, what you need to focus on is getting there. You don't need to focus on a lot of talking because that could create a lot of confusion. And you don't need to be confused when you're working on yourself and you're trying to focus. All right. So what you need to do is really pay attention to what you want and how you feel when you look at certain things in your life. All right. So when you go over what you have to do and you go over your life plan and where you want to go, what you have to do is say, is this something that I want to do? And when you're going out to do certain things, you don't want to waste your own time. So really ask yourself when you're going out to do things, is this something that I want to do, or am I just doing this just because? Sometimes you have to do things just because. Sometimes you don't have time. But if God gives you a little time, if you have time to figure things out, make sure you do what it is that you want to do, and make sure you wait and be patient, because when you do, God will bring you what it is that you want. All right. It may not come exactly when you want, but it will come to you. What you have to do is just keep working on yourself in between time. And if this is something that you want, if this is something that you know that will come to you eventually, it's going to come to you. And what you have to do is continue to see that, because the more you see that, the more you tell yourself it's coming. The more, when it doesn't look like it's coming, you still see that it's coming. You don't let those feelings or those thoughts get to you that, oh man, I don't think it's coming, or oh, this isn't coming. You don't let those feelings take over. You're going to be able to allow your success to speak for itself. Okay. And when you're in the process of becoming what you want to become, you're going to have to figure things out. All right. You're not taking the conventional route. You're not doing what everybody else is doing. You're not looking out into the world and saying, okay, this is what everybody else is doing, I'm going to do that. You picked out your own route. You picked your own lane. You said, you know what? I want to be this. I want to do that. There may have been some other people that are doing it, but still, you're in your own lane because you don't want to do what everybody else is doing, in the sense of you don't want to be in the working world. You want to be in the business world. Whoa, all right. You want to be in the business world. You want to be an entrepreneur. Y'all ain't see that. You want to be an entrepreneur. You want to be able to create your own reality, and you want to be able to live in it. You don't want people telling you what to do. You don't want people controlling your time, controlling your day, controlling your life. You don't want that. And if you're able to figure out a way around that, that's what you are focused on. That's what you're geared to. That's what would free your spirit. That's what would make you feel better. That's what would make you feel happy in life. And that's what you're going after. You're going after what makes you feel happy. You're going after freedom. You're not going after being constrained. You're not going after being stuck in a place you hate. You're not going after having to do something that you don't feel like doing. You're not trying to put yourself in a box to where you have to be forced to do something. You want to find something for yourself that you can do, something that you enjoy doing in the meantime while you work towards creating the reality that you want, while you work towards becoming great, while you work towards building a business for yourself, while you work towards figuring out where you want to go in life. You don't just want to sit around and do nothing, because that's not positive. But what you don't want to do is place yourself in a whole bunch of situations to where you know aren't going to benefit you anyway, because you already know it may not work out. All right, if you've tried things already and you know, okay, I tried this a million times and it hasn't worked out, maybe you should try something different. And maybe it may take you a little bit of time to figure out what that is. All right. But don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just know that you're still going to be successful. Okay. Just know that you're still going to be able to come out on top. All right. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. All right. Give yourself time to breathe. Give yourself time to relax, and always be thinking of your next move, and always be asking God to help you and assist you with where you want to go in life, because that'll help you too. That'll help guide you, because God will help guide you, and that will help give you some insight and help provide you some ideas on where you can go, or what you might want to do, or where you might want to take your life. All right, what direction you might want to go in. All right, but if you're focused on success and you want to be successful, keep your head held high, because success isn't easy. All right, it's not supposed to be easy, because if success was easy, everybody would become successful. And just because you don't have things right now, just because your life isn't where you want it to be or where everybody else thinks it should be right now, it doesn't mean you're not going to get anywhere. It doesn't mean you're not going to become successful. All right, and you can't allow people to put pressure on you. You can't allow the pressure from life to get to you that bad. Allow it to turn you into a greater version of you, but don't allow it to overtake you. All right. Allow when you feel pressure from life, that's letting you know that something needs to be done. All right, that's letting you know you got to take some action. That's letting you know you got to go out, get something. You got to make something happen. You got to think something. You got to manifest something. You got to make something happen. Okay, you got to make something come to you. All right, you got to make something happen. All right, when you feel that pressure, when you make something happen, uh, when you feel the pressure and you allow yourself to make something happen, you just leveled up. All right, so don't feel the pressure and allow it to break you down. Don't feel the pressure and feel that your life is over. Oh no, there's pressure. It just means that you got to do something. It means that you got to take some action. You got to figure some things out, do some research. Okay, use your mind and figure out the next step, figure out the next move, figure out where you want to go. All right, because success, there's no roadmap to success. All right, there's no whatchamacallit, there's no easy way route to success. You can't just wake up and just be like, oh, I want to be successful, and then you're successful. It takes time. And if people don't understand that, then you're just going to have to, like I said, not do a lot of talking. All right, because you want people to take you serious. So don't do a lot of talking. You don't have to explain yourself. Don't tell people what it is you want to do. Don't tell people what you're doing. Don't tell people your plans. Just hit them with the result. Are you doing this? Yes. Do you have this? Yes. You got something? Yes. Are things moving for you? Yes. Things going good for you? Yes. Keep it short, sweet, and petite. All right, don't have too much to say to people when you're working on things, because they may try to discourage you. All right, you already have your own mind and your own thoughts. You already have a whole bunch of thoughts in your own mind telling you, oh, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if this could happen. I might not be able to create this. Who knows if I'm good enough? You already have to focus on your own mind and control your own mind and control your own thoughts and tell yourself that you're good enough. All right, so like I said, keep your head high, because what you're doing, nobody is out here doing it. All right, you're choosing to be successful. You're choosing to become rich. And as much as people may try to make fun of you for it, or play you for it, or act like it's not real, it can happen. And if you believe it can happen, it will. Just because it's not just because you're not where you want to be or where you say you are right now, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. All right, little things are happening for you, and be grateful for them. Just because it's something small, God still did that for you. Just because you had a small manifestation and it's not a super huge, big, all time, all great manifestation just yet, be patient, because those are coming. If you believe it's coming, that's coming. All right, according to your belief, so be it unto you. Don't allow people and what they say to get to you. All right. Don't allow people to make you drop your head. Don't allow people to make you put your head down. Don't allow people to make you feel bad about yourself just because you're working towards success. All right. You're going to get to where you want to go if that's where you tell yourself you're going. Only thing that can get in between that is you and your own thoughts. If somebody tells you that you can't or you're wasting your time and you believe them. All right, so don't believe people. All right, what you have to do though is keep working on what you're doing, making sure that you're doing it the right way, making sure you're putting in the right amount of time, making sure you're putting in the right amount of effort, making sure you're not playing yourself or BSing yourself. All right, and you don't want to be wasting time with yourself or your craft or your goals or your dreams or any of that. And I know you aren't. Okay, so just because sometimes things don't happen as fast as other people would like, just because sometimes things don't happen as fast as other people want, just because sometimes things don't happen as fast as other people think they should be, don't beat yourself up. You're going to get to where you want to get. Things happen when they happen. When you're looking for something and you're on the grind and you're searching and you're trying to make something happen and it hasn't happened yet, and you know that you've been looking, you know that you've been working and looking for things and working towards making something happen, and it just hasn't happened yet. Just know that God sees what you're trying to do, and just know that He's going to bless you in due time, because you don't want to take a situation, like I said, you don't want to keep putting yourself in situations to where you know it's going to be a waste of time. You know it's not going to benefit you, because if you do something and it goes a certain way because you're not a good fit for this particular space, or you're not a good fit for this particular place or organization, and you know it's not going to work, then why put yourself in something that you know is not going to work? Why do something? Why keep beating a dead horse? All right. And this is what they say. They say crazy people keep doing stuff over and over again and expecting a different result. So why keep allowing yourself to do the same thing and keep expecting a different result? Think something through, figure something out, and find something that'll work for you. Because I guarantee if you believe that you can find something that'll work for you, you will. All you have to do is start shifting your thoughts, controlling your thoughts, and changing your mind, and you'll be able to see a new world. You'll be able to see a new reality, and you'll be able to see yourself in a different situation than the one that you're presently in. You'll be able to envision a new present reality for yourself, which will draw all types of new wonderful experiences to you. So that's why you should keep your head held high, because they're going to talk regardless whether you do good or whether you do bad. But if you believe them, then you're not going to do good. So ignore them, okay? Because if you ignore them and the bad things and the negative things people have to say about what it is you're doing, oh, she don't do this, he don't do that. It looked like he ain't doing nothing. It looked like she ain't doing nothing. These people don't know you personally, so they don't know what's going on in your life. So especially don't allow strangers, or anybody for that matter, what they say to have an effect on how you feel or what you want to do with your life. Okay, especially if you know that you're headed in the right direction. You pray about where you want to go in life. All right, you talk to God about where you want to go in life. You ask God to bless you, and you ask God to assist you, and you ask God to help you find a way. You ask God to help you make a way. You ask God to help you create a way. All right, you've talked to God about this dream. You prayed about this dream. You talked to Him, prayed about it, written it down, visualized it, worked on it, and you put a lot of effort, and you put a lot of thought, and you put a lot of idea, and you put a lot of time and energy, okay, and power into this goal, into this dream, into this idea, into what you want to create for yourself. So don't give up, okay? Everything else will fall into place. All right, God gives people time to work on themselves, to work on their dreams, and He also gives time for people to think things out and to think things through and to get their mind right and to level up so they could keep their blessing in the first place. Because if you're just going to keep getting things and you're not changing your thoughts, or things are going to keep happening for you, and you're not working on you or fixing you so that you can maintain the things that you get when you get them, then what's the point of getting it in the first place? So sometimes God gives you a break to focus on yourself so that way you can figure things out, you can get your mind right, so that way you could make a change in your own life, so that way you could better yourself and you can help yourself and you can raise yourself up to a new level, and be able to grow and be able to get past certain places that where you were in life, where you weren't making any movement and where you weren't making any growth. Because life is all about growth, and that's what God wants you to do. God wants you to grow. So sometimes we get put in situations and we get put in circumstances that cause us to grow, even if it seems like to other people we're not making any growth, or we're not making any movement, or we're not making any room in life. It may seem like we're being stagnant, but if you're praying and you're talking to God, and you know that you have a strong connection with God, and you talk to Him, and you know that you work, and you know that you're a very ambitious person, you know you're a very determined person, you know you're a very disciplined person, and you know that you care about yourself and you take care of yourself, and you know that you do everything in your power to take care of yourself and make sure that your life works. And on top of it, you're a good person, and you're not out here to do anybody any dirt. Don't beat yourself up. Okay, everything's gonna work out for you. Keep telling yourself that, because that's God. Everything's gonna be all right. Keep telling yourself that, because that's God. And when you believe in that, that's what's gonna happen for you. When you believe in that, that's the direction your life is gonna go. That's why you have to keep your head high, okay? Because you want to keep your mind projecting thoughts out to the universe, okay? Those thoughts can't do any good when they're being projected out into the concrete, or on your sneakers, or on the grass, okay? You got to keep your head held high so that sunlight could get in your third eye, so that way you could feel good, and that way you could keep your connection to the universe, and that way you could keep projecting positive thoughts out to God, so that way He could send you wonderful, amazing blessings right back to you through the power of your very own mind, because all good things come to you through the power of your very own mind. And that's why you have to keep your head held high, so you can keep your thoughts positive, so you can stay on a positive frequency, so you can stay on a positive vibration, and you can attract a lot of positive good things to you, instead of all that negative stuff coming from your subconscious and conscious mind, because you haven't cleaned your thoughts up. So everybody's got to be their own mental janitor. That's what Thoth was about, okay? That's why he was a janitor, because he cleaned up, okay? And you got to be Thoth for yourself and clean up your own mind. You got to study, you got to learn, you got to research, okay? And you got to clean up your own mind. And that way, when you clean up your own mind, you'll be able to have a better life, because your thoughts will be better. All right, if you knew better, you do better. And that's a true statement, because if you knew better, you really would do better. And now, after seeing this video, I'm sure you know better. Keep your head held high and let people talk. Okay, if they want to talk, let them talk. Okay, and you'll just walk, like that Migos song, walking like you talk it. You'll be walking. Rest in peace. What's his name? Rest in peace, Takeoff. Okay, rest in peace, Takeoff. All right. And you'll be walking, and they'll just be talking. They'll have everything in the world to say. Why? Because when you're not what you used to be, and people can't talk about you as bad as they want to, they still gotta have to try to find anything to say, because they don't look at you in a positive light anyway. All right, when people don't look at you the best way that you would like them to, or the best way that they should, sometimes people find negative things to say about you. All right, even no matter how good you do, no matter how much you improve, no matter how far you get, sometimes people just have to try to find something negative or something bad, no matter what. All right, and it has nothing to do with you. So keep your head held high, because you have to. You got to keep your head held high. All right. You have to, so that way you can keep the right idea about yourself. So that way you can keep your self-esteem good. That way you can keep your self-image good. That way you can keep believing in you, because that's the only person that's going to believe in you. You're the only person that's going to get you up in the morning, and you're the only person that's going to put you in the bed when you go to sleep. So you want to have a right idea about yourself before you go to bed and when you wake up in the morning, because that's what's going to control your life. That's what's going to create your reality, and that's what's going to maintain the reality in your life, whether it be good or bad. When you go to sleep thinking bad and wake up thinking bad about your life and where your life is going, because things may not look the best right now, you're going to keep further projecting that and keep that going. All right, so that's why your success is going to speak for itself. When you keep a positive mindset, you're not going to have to say too much. All you're going to have to do is keep thinking good things. When you keep a positive mindset, you're not going to have to say too much. All you're going to have to do is keep working on yourself, and keep a positive outlook on life, and keep a positive attitude, and then your life will speak for itself. People will look at you and see the direction that you're going, and then everything that you're doing, people will see that. It'll be positive. It'll speak for itself. You'll be shining, and everything that you're doing, you won't have to say anything about it. All the questions people had, all the wondering, oh, what's he doing, or what? All that won't matter, because they should have been minding their business in the first place and focusing on them. All right, but people should have known in the first place that you were going to be successful. People should have known that. They can smell success on you from a mile away. That's why they always watching you and copying you and stalking you, because everybody watches and follows success. All right, they're drawn to it like flies on you know what. Okay. All right. Sometimes when you're the you know what, sometimes people gotta try to. Sometimes when you are the you know what, sometimes people will try to treat you like you know what, but you don't. You don't let them do that, because you know why? Because you keep your head held high. All right. Keep your head held high. When you keep your head held high, it shows that what they say is not getting to you. All right, it shows it makes them think twice. You know what? I might not want to say this. It look like it ain't gonna have no effect on her anyhow. I may just want to keep my mouth closed. Look like it's not gonna have no effect on him anyhow. He ain't even focused on me. He ain't even worried about what type of time I'm on today. He ain't even paying attention to it. All right. So when you're focused on success, when you want to be successful, that's all you need to be focused on. All right. That's all you need to be worried about. Okay. That's all you need to keep your mind on is that, and keep your head held high on top of it, because they're going to try to knock it down. They see your confidence and they wish it didn't exist. All right. They see that you're confident and they don't have that level of confidence. They're not going after life like you are. They don't have the same type of energy, the same type of hunger, the same type of drive for life that you do. So what do they want to do? They want to stop it, because they don't have it. So they got to try to put it down in you. They just like a dog. They got to try to, they see the dog in you. They got to put down that dog in you. All right. Don't let these people take you to the vet. They trying to put down the dog in you. All right. They see you. They want to put down that dog in you. All right. They don't want you to have a lust for life. They don't want you to want more out of life. They don't want you to want to become successful. They just want you to settle for less. But don't feel bad about wanting more, because when you make yourself rich, you can make the most out of yourself for yourself and everybody else. All right. When you make yourself rich, you could do a lot of good for you and a lot of good for other people. So why not? Why not make the most out of yourself? There's nothing wrong with making the most out of yourself. This is what you're here for. You're supposed to be making the most out of yourself. You have to be making the most out of yourself and be using your time to your greatest benefit and your greatest advantage. If not, you're not really living life. All right. Everybody, I want you to keep working on your success and let it speak for itself. All right. Let these people talk all they want. Let them say whatever they want. And I want you guys to keep your head held high. Thank you, everybody, for watching this video. I want you to continue to stay positive. Everybody, keep working on yourself and keep believing in you. Everybody, thank you for subscribing. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. I want to thank everybody for sharing this video. If you see somebody that needs a little boost of motivation, make sure you share this with them. Thank you, everybody, for hitting that like button, and because we're reaching a wider audience. And I want to thank everybody for sharing some love in the comments, because that's always good. And thank you for checking out the ad and letting them play, because that helps the channel out as well. So I want to thank everybody for watching this video. It's been another DruuTube special. I'll see everybody in the next video. Shout out to all the chosen vessels. DruuTube out. We out, y'all.